tricks in my pocket. I have things in my sleeve. But I'm the opposite of the stage magician. He gives you illusion that has the appearance of truth. I give you truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion. To begin with, I turn back time. I reverse that quaint period, the 30s, when the huge middle class of America was matriculating in school for the blind. Their eyes had failed them, or they had failed their eyes, and so they're having their fingers pressed forcibly down now on the fiery braille alphabet of the dissolving economy. In Spain, there was revolution. Here, there was only shouting and confusion. In Spain, there was Guernica. Here, there were disturbances of labor, sometimes pretty violent in otherwise peaceful cities such as Chicago, Cleveland, St. Louis. This is the social background of the play. The play is memory. Being a memory play, it's dimly lighted. It's sentimental. It's not realistic. That explains the fiddle in the wings. I'm the narrator of the play and also a character in it. The other characters are my mother Amanda, my sister Laura, and a gentleman caller who appears in the final scenes. He is the most realistic character in the play, being an emissary from a world of reality that we were somehow set apart from. But, since I have a poet's weakness for symbols, I'm using this character also as a symbol. He is the long delayed, but always expected something that we live for. There is a fifth character in the play. He doesn't appear except in this larger-than-life-size photograph over the mantel. This is our father, who left us a long time ago. He was a telephone man who fell in love with long distances. He gave up his job at the telephone company and skipped the light fantastic out of town. Last we heard of him was a picture postcard from Motzman on the Pacific coast of Mexico, containing a message of 2 words: hello, goodbye, and no address. I think the rest of the play will explain itself.
Tom.
Yes, Mother.
We can't say grace till you come to the table.
Coming, Mother.
Tom, you shouldn't push your food with your fingers. If you must push your food, use a crust of bread. And chew, chew. Animals have secretions in their stomach to help them with digestion without mastication. But human beings must chew their food thoroughly before they swallow it down. Enjoy your food. Eat it at leisure. A well-cooked meal has many delicate flavors that must be held in the mouth for proper appreciation. So chew your food and let your salivary glands have a chance to finish it.
I haven't enjoyed one bite of this dinner because of your constant directions on how to eat it. It's you that make me rush through meals with your hawk-like attention every bite I take. Sickening, spoils my appetite, all this discussion of animal secretion, salivary glands, mastication.
Temperament like a metropolitan star. You're not excused from the table.
I'm getting a cigarette.
You smoke too much.
I'll bring in the dessert.
Oh, no, sister. You sit down. You be the lady tonight, and I'll be the servant.
But I'm already up.
Well, I want you to stay fresh and free for gentlemen callers.
I'm not expecting any gentlemen callers.
Well, you never know. Sometimes they come when you least expect it. Why, I remember one Sunday on Blue Mountain.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Yes, but let her tell it.
Again?
She loves to tell it.
One Sunday afternoon on Blue Mountain, your mother received 17 gentlemen callers. Why, there were so many that there weren't enough seats to sit them. We'd have to send the servant over to get more folding chairs from the parish house.
How did you entertain those gentlemen callers?
Oh, well, a girl knew that I knew the art of conversation.
I bet you could talk.
Oh, girls could talk in those days, I'll tell you.
Yes?
Well, it wasn't enough to have a pretty face and a gracious figure, though I wasn't slighted in either respect. A girl also had to have a nimble wit and a tongue to meet any occasion.
What did you talk about?
Well, things of importance in the world. Never anything common or coarse or vulgar. All my callers were gentlemen. Oh, I entertained some of the most influential planters of the Mississippi Delta. Planters and sons of planters. Why, there was that young Champ Laughlin. He became vice president of the Delta Planters Bank. And Hadley Stevenson, he drowned in Moon Lake. Left his widow $150,000 in government bonds. And then there were the Couture brothers, Wesley and Bates. Oh, Bates is one of my particularly favorite. Oh, he got in a terrible fight with that horrible Wainwright boy. They shouted out on the floor of the Moon Lake Casino. Bates was shot in the stomach. Died in the ambulance on the way to Memphis. Left his widow also well provided for. She came into 8,000 or 10,000 acres, that's all. He married her on the rebound. Never loved her. Had his picture in my pocket the night he died. And then there was that boy that every girl in the Delta set her cap for. That beautiful, brilliant Fitzhugh boy from Greene County.
What did he leave his widow?
He never married. Gracious, you speak as though all my old admirers had turned their toes up to the daisies.
Isn't this the first you mentioned that still survived?
Oh, that Fitzhugh boy, he went north and made a fortune. Came to be known as the Wolf of Wall Street. Had the Midas touch. Everything he touched turned to gold. And I could have been Mrs. Duncan J. Fitzhugh, but I picked your father.
Mother, let me clear.
No, sister. Why don't you go out front and practice your typewriter or study your shorthand chart? I want you to stay fresh and pretty for gentlemen callers. I wonder how many we're going to have this afternoon.
I don't believe we're going to receive any, Mother.
Not one gentleman caller. You must be joking. There must have been a flood. There must be a tornado.
It's not a flood. It's not a tornado, Mother. I'm just not popular like you were in Blue Mountain. Mother's afraid I'm going to be an old maid.
did not have the courage to go to the DAR meeting. I wanted to find a hole in the ground somewhere and bury myself in it forever.
Mother, why are you?
Laura,
Laura,
how old are you?
Mother, you know my age.
Thought you were an adult. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Oh, please don't stare at me, Mother.
What is going to happen? What is going to become of us? What is the future?
Mother, has something happened? Has something happened?
Bewildered by life.
I wish that you would just tell me what's happening.
Well, as you know, I was to be inducted into the DAR this afternoon. Well, I decided to stop off at Rubicon's Business College to let them know about your cold and to check up on your progress. Well, I went in there and introduced myself to your typing teacher. We
Just went out walking.
That's not true.
It is. I just went walking.
Walking in that light coat in the winter, deliberately courting pneumonia. Oh, where did you walk to?
All sorts of places. Mostly in the park.
Even after you started catching that cold?
It was the lesser of two evils, Mother. I couldn't go back there. I threw up on the floor.
So you mean to tell me from 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, you've been walking in the park so I would think that you're attending Rubicon's Business College?
It's not as bad as it sounds. I went inside places to get warmed up.
Inside where?
Well, I went to the art museum and the birdhouses at the zoo. I visited the penguins every day. Sometimes I did without lunch and went to the movies. Lately, I've been spending most of my time at the jewel box, the big glass house where they raise the tropical flowers.
So you did all this to deceive me? For deception? Why?
Mother, when you're disappointed, you get that awful suffering look on your face, like the picture of Jesus' mother hanging in the museum.
Oh, hush.
I couldn't face it.
Well, what are we going to do now? Just stay home and watch the parades go by? Amuse ourselves with the Glass Menagerie, darling? Play those worn-out phonograph records your father left as a painful reminder of him. We won't have a business career. That gave us nervous indigestion. What do we have left now but dependency all our lives? Oh, I know very well what happens to unmarried women who aren't prepared to take a position. I've seen such pitiful cases in the South. Barely tolerated spinsters living upon the grudging patronage of some sister's husband or some brother's wife, shut away in some little mousetrap of a room. Encouraged to go from one in-law to the next. Little bird-like women with no nest, eating the crust of humility all their life. Is that the future that we've mapped out for ourselves? I swear it's the only alternative there is. It's not a very pleasant alternative, is it? Of course, some girls do